My name is Isaiah Lau from Kahuku High Intermediate School. Well, the following presentation is for storytelling for the HSL December Speech Tournament. Deep in the quiet woods, there was a golden crown sitting on a rock. One day, 3 animals discovered the rock. "Finders keepers!" yelled the bear. "That's mine!" "No way," said the elephant. "I saw it first." "Wait, guys," said the lion. "There's something written on the rock. It says, 'For the mightiest.'" "Well then," said the lion, grabbing the crown, "this is obviously mine." "No way! I'm the mightiest!" "Step aside and give me my crown." Have you ever felt so much pride that you fought over who was better than who, refusing to lose or be weaker than someone else? Trying hard to do something silly just to impress other people? Sometimes being the strongest doesn't mean being strong, but to be humble, just like in The Mightiest by Keiko Kaza. On and on the animals argued. Suddenly, off in the distance, the lion saw a tiny old woman walking towards them. "Listen, guys. Let's settle this once and for all. Each of us will try and scare that old lady. Whoever scares her the most wins the crown." "Sounds fair," the others agreed. So, they hid in the bushes and waited anxiously for the tiny old woman to come near. When she finally reached the bushes, the lion jumped up. "Hi-ya! You scared the daylights out of me." Then the bear jumped up. "Grrr! Hi-ya! You scared the daylights out of me." Finally, it was the elephant's turn. He sucked in the air and... "Hi-ya! You scared the daylights out of me." There was no way of knowing who had scared her the most. My roar made her jump. My grrr had her shaking in her boots. My blew her away. They were so busy arguing that they didn't notice that they had company. Suddenly, an enormous giant towered over them. "Well, roar Gerbaroo on you," he said. "I happen to be the biggest, the baddest, and the mightiest giant in all the land. Now step aside and give me that crown." With the crown on his head, the giant scooped up the 3 animals. "To prove I'm the mightiest, I think I'll drop you off a cliff." "Help! Someone help us!" cried the animals. But who could help them now? Suddenly, a high voice screeched, "George!" The giant jumped up, dropped the animals, and fell to the floor. "Hi-ya! George! How many times do I have to tell you not to pick on the poor defenseless creatures?" Lots of times, Mama. I won't do it again, Mama. Honest. I promise." "Foo-yo! I'm glad to hear that." The animals couldn't believe their eyes. They snatched the crown away from the giant and presented it to the tiny old woman. "Surely and positively, without a doubt, this belongs to you, ma'am." "Oh my, how flattering. But I don't really need this. Why don't we put it back where you found it?" "Put it back?" the others asked. "Yes, I have my little cap and that's enough for me." George and the animals looked up at her with admiration. The mightiest didn't need a crown after all. As soon as they left, the forest became quiet once again.